We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome, beloveds, and welcome to the open house for Luminous, the Masterclass Activation Series. And we'll also be sharing about Pluto moving into Aquarius and all the celestial alignments happening right now, and just opening up to who we truly are. And I'm welcoming you as we start flooding into our live, and welcoming golden energetics, welcoming Claire Dance, welcoming inner goddess apothecary, welcoming you, beloveds, as we are all here, and welcoming you to the live. And we are live. I'm checking our welcome Akasha Love in the Facebook house. Raise your hand if you are ready for Luminous and stepping into who you truly are. Welcoming Cynthia Diamante, welcoming Mandalena, welcoming our beloveds. Please type in where you are gritting your light and say hi and say luminous. And yeah, just share where you're calling in from. And so excited to be here with you now and opening up this incredible open house. And I've missed you all. It's been a while. I'm going back and forth between all of our Instagram and our Facebook. And so I'm just so open and so ready for us to connect about this and what is moving through your world. Please post in the comments if you have any questions about what's opening up with your path right now. And as we open this incredible open house today, live, and welcoming our Facebook community and our Instagram community. And just opening up these channels. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. I am Jennifer Ashira Ra. I am a transformational channel and mastery initiator. And I am coming to you live from San Diego, California. And I am so honored to be here, and welcoming Inner Goddess Therapy coming in from Cambria, California. Hello, sister. And Cynthia coming in from Ohio. Mandalena coming in from Colorado. And Margot Goddess, I see you. I welcome you. I see you, beloveds. And just opening up this incredible, welcoming Veronica Valadez, coming in from Portland on the Facebook community in the house, and just welcoming you, and so excited to be here. And as we move through this live today, please post if you have questions or if something resonates. I'll be asking you for your feedback and what you're feeling and what's resonating within you. I'm sitting at my altar space where I sit every day. And so, do you have an altar space where you sit and where you share in that communion and that divine time between you and Source, and connecting to that luminousness within you? So as we dive into this divine, super divine illumination, luminosity today, and this frequency that is held within you, and that we are calling in for this new golden age, for this, as we're moving into the full Aquarian age with all the celestial transits that have been happening. And so I want us to start with a breath as we open up into this. And so I invite you to get comfortable and have your favorite tea and get your pillows and get comfortable. And if you're driving, just keep your eyes open. Just do it safe. So we're going to start. We're going to pick a card. I'm going to pull from the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light deck. This is my tried and true. See how worn it is? This travels everywhere. And this deck has gone with me everywhere. So I'm going to pull a card for us today. and I pulled Starseed for us. And this is what lights you up. What could be more perfect? So, Starseeds, what lights you up? Please post in the comments. Please open up the and just share. Yeah, Kasha, love feeling the energy and huge shifts of the golden codes. Veronica's wondering about her career. Well, a lot is shifting, isn't it? And we're going to be talking about also that is, where does Aquarius fall in your chart? Because there's 20 years of transformation that is you've just stepped into with beautiful Pluto. So as we open this next level into this new age, I'm inviting you to we're just going to take a breath together and just welcoming Sacred Rose of Light. Hello, beloved. Welcoming Adriana Avich and welcoming you to this. I see you, sisters, and I welcome you. And so I invite you to just, as we deepen into your home and living in the heart and just deepen into your heart, just to set this intention for today for what we're going to be sharing and what we're going to be connecting with, and for our beloveds here live and our beloveds in replay. And so I invite you to take an in-breath through the nose, slowing down, and then exhale through the mouth, the audible. The inhale through the nose is the Divine Masculine, that linear breath, and then another exhale with the Divine Feminine, that audible breath, just regulating and connecting with your nervous system. I invite you to put your hands on your heart if that is safe to do so. As we connect in with ourselves, grounding with our hearts, as I invite you, as we're going to connect with our hearts and our heart center with Gaia and grounding you in this divine space of illumination and luminosity. And so with a breath in to the heart, holding for just a soft moment, and then exhale from the heart. As you just continue that breath, and with that breath in the heart, you're regulating and building coherence, activating your 9-foot aura and your magnetic seat, which is your Divine Feminine magnetic seat, which is your heart in the body. And so as you're opening this and coming home to your heart, connecting to Gaia and grounding your intention today. What is your intention for today's open house? This is my first live in so many months. I'm so excited to be with you. I've missed you all so much. And so as we connect our breath with Gaia, grounding us, softening our body, our arms, our legs, our shoulders, relax away from our ears. And this is the time for you. This is your personal time. I invite you to tell your family you're not available for the next 35, 40 minutes, and that this is time for you. This is your time to connect within, with your community, with your luminosity, with your inner radiance and who you truly are, that eternalness of you, of your heart. Now with your next breath, you can even send it out, connecting with the cosmos, with the same witnessing, observing, just being in that beautiful embodiedness, hand on your heart. As you breathe in and out, connecting with the infinity that you are, and all the infinite directions all around you, creating a sphere of light. And then I like to put the hands that have been on my heart activating, and then on my legs and my body to just activate. And so as we enter into this open house today, what we're going to be doing today. So hello, everybody. Type in yes if you are ready to step into this next level of your mission, of your purpose, and of who you truly are. Type a yes in the comments. Rachel Andrew, welcome to the Facebook page, Divine Timing. Uta Gerber, Uta, blessings, sister. Sunlight lights me up. Yeah, I have the sun just streaming in here. I am 2 blocks from Mission Bay in San Diego, and it is just, the sun has been incredible. The weather's been so beautiful. So Rebecca Taplin, she's a yes, wanting to step into her highest light. Peta Panos, wanting to step into her highest light and her radiance for her highest mission, purpose, and vision for her life. Yes, yes, yes. Sacred Roses of Light, Inner Goddess Apothecary. Yes, yes, yes. Diamante Cynthia. Yes. Hades Ahab has joined. Welcome, beloved brother. Adriana is a yes. So yeah, typing in the yeses for, as you tell the universe, I am a yes, I am open, I am available, I am a vessel for transformation as we move into the official Aquarian age as of this week. Officially, it's 2025 with Vedic and Western astrology, but in the Western astrology, it started this week. So I'm so excited. So what we'll be doing today is I'll be sharing about Luminous, the Masterclass Activation Series, how it got inspired, why it's come in now. I'll also be sharing about why and what Pluto moving into Aquarius means for you and all the celestial alignments, some of them, not all of them. I'm not a licensed astrologer, but I am just enough to make myself dangerous. I love astrology. It's not an art. It's an art and it's also a science. I've learned that not millionaires track their life by astrology, but billionaires do, because they know, and all the royal families, all the royal families, especially the Windsors, induced labor so that certain full moons and celestial alignments were the birth date of each of those children of the royal family. So they know. And so it's like, let's tap into that. So we are lining up for our sacred path and our sacred mission. Because as I've shared many times, is that the big theme I'm seeing in my life is that the priestesses are being asked to step out of the temple and to lead humanity. Because as we've been for 4,000 years with a divine masculine and an unbalanced masculine ruling this planet, what has happened? When you look outside and you look at the chaos of the news, or you're upset by who's sitting in the chair at the White House, it comes into your center, your core never changes. It doesn't matter what's happening outside when, as a divine feminine creatress, you are eternal radiance, eternal illumination, luminosity, wholeness. And that never changes. And so that's what luminosity and luminous is called in now, to unpack that a little more as we're going higher and higher into the new dimensions, and you're activating and accessing new codes and new frequencies. Who wants to step into connecting at a higher level with your guides, your angels, and the ascended masters? Who is looking to step into the first rung of ascended mastery, have higher level offerings, impact the world in a bigger way, have more radiant health, have more radiance in your being, in your home, in your work, and in your community? And this is luminous. This is having that luminous self embodied, activated, and stepping into the new codes that are within you. And so I am always amazed, and I'm still amazed when I look out and I see the global community of Light Priestess Temple that I created, that is present in every continent on this planet. And I get to work with the most amazing women around the globe who are light leaders and are impacting the world in a bigger way and opening the new golden age. I've been able to help support and activate the soul codes of over 4,930 beloveds to step into their next level and their next purpose and higher mission. And I've been able to create for myself 6- and 7-figure businesses working with the most amazing community to help usher in the new golden age. But it wasn't always this way. And things started shifting last year, 2023. I started waking up with anxiety and worry that was 10 times, like ratcheted so high, that I had never experienced in my life. It was like a spiral going up, and I thought, oh, this will move out. I'll work with some healers and I'll get this to move out. And it didn't move out. And it was like everything was hitting me. My childhood traumas and past life traumas of running the temples when terrible things happened that I hadn't been able to face. And then I was in this life having to face them, and I couldn't. And I don't know if you've ever felt like this, but I couldn't move through these areas in my life that I had buried, that I was ashamed of, these deceptions for myself. I would push them down and bury them and kind of put them in a box and block it and put some duct tape around it, and those will never see the light of day. And I'll just do and pave it over and be very, very active. Like I'd build a business or I'd play sports when I was younger. But they would surface. And last year, everything started surfacing, and I didn't know what to do. And I tried to isolate. After we were from our Egypt pilgrimage, everything fell apart. And I tried to isolate in Egypt, and I isolated in Hawaii, thinking, oh, I'll just figure it out and I'll get some help. And then I'll just, it'll just clear. Well, it didn't clear. And my deep, dark, sacred journey descended. And I didn't know how to get out. And then there was mornings when the sun would rise, and I was like, oh, why am I even here? Just take me, God. And I was ready to go. And then I decided to come to California and be near my family. And so I flew from Hawaii to California. And I could seek more help, and I got into therapy, and I worked with healers, but not for a healer to fix me. That's how I was focusing on it before. I was like, oh, you can fix me. Like, I can dial in my healing, because I still couldn't face it. I was still paralyzed. And then I started to face it, and I started to get help, deeper help. And I made a choice to face what I couldn't face. I don't know if you've ever felt like this. Share in the chat if you have. Have you had to face something you never thought you could? You just thought if you could bury it, maybe next life I'll deal with it. And so I faced what I couldn't face. And then last month, it was a miracle. All my prayers, my family's prayers, all the work I'd been doing, everything started lifting off of me like a gray film. And God had answered my prayers. We pray and we ask for miracles, and sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. But this was truly a miracle. And I don't know about you, but if you've had an NDE or a near-death experience, this is what it felt like without dying, where then the traumas that I couldn't face started to dissolve, and I got stronger and stronger each day. And I got help, and I reached out, and I was with community. I wasn't isolating anymore. Through that help, I was able to step through this by facing it. And that's what I've learned, is that what I was afraid of, or what I was embarrassed and what I was ashamed of, and deceptive ways of being, and I couldn't regulate my emotions, I learned from my birth mother in the womb, and then I was adopted, and I hadn't dealt with all of those emotions. I thought I did, but I didn't. Is then it ended up that by facing what I thought was my weakness was my superpower. And so by facing it, it became my superpower. And I'm so passionate about having stepped through this, and to help others, and to help us all step through what we can't face, or what we need to break through, so we can step into our greatness and our next level. And that's what I'm so passionate about, is to activate the leaders and the way showers and the creatresses in this planet, in this realm, here and now, within you and within our community and within this earth to step into the new golden age. And that is by facing what I thought I couldn't face. I stepped into who I truly am. And that is what has inspired Luminous. And so I share this story with you that I haven't been able to share because I had no perspective. And so raise your hand if you've had to face something, or you've walked through something, or you'd like to get some inspiration or some tools to be able to step through what maybe you haven't been able to. Who out there has not been able to step through something, or maybe you thought you could, but maybe you just need to reach out and get a little help and support and get the tools? Well, the blueprint for this next level of activating the new soul codes is Luminous, the Masterclass Activation Series. And I'm really excited to bring this to the planet, and with Source guiding all this way. And everything that comes through is that eternal light of inspiration, of that divine quantum field of divine light. And it's a 3-part series, and it starts on December 5th. So the links are above in the Facebook, and the free link is in the bio. It is free. And so what I've been guided by Spirit is that for the next 90 days, everything I offer is free. So you heard that right. So you're like, what? Yeah. So take advantage of it. So join with us. There's going to be some really amazing, juicy, delicious, luminous things coming down the pathway in the community. So I definitely invite you to take advantage and join us. And Luminous is a 3-part masterclass activation series. And why it's 3 parts and why we have about a month in between. The first one is December 5th, which is the numerology day of change, 5, and it's actually an 8-8 portal as well for prosperity. And so we're starting on December 5th, and the first theme is breakthrough. Because to step into who you truly are and becoming who your soul is now calling you to be, is we need to possibly break through some old stories, limiting beliefs, and old patterns. How many of you have changed so much that when you look in the mirror or you check into what you normally would have thought or liked or felt, it's all different? like who am I now? I was walking with a sister down by the bay the other day, and I was like, who am I now? After all this transformation, who am I now? And so this is who your soul is calling you now to be. Who are you stepping into? Who is that highest version of yourself that could be opened and activated and ignited for the planet? Because there are beloveds looking for what you do, because you are the answer, what you offer and your unique gifts to the world. People are looking for you. And so it's not about hiding or I need to be safe like I was doing in my deep, dark, holy journey. Is when I could step through and I got some tools, I was able to step into who I truly am. And I committed to my highest timeline last month. And I never thought I'd ever see the day that would happen. Being here with you today is an absolute miracle for who I was just 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. And so this is where we're at right now with this beautiful planet and all the transformation. So I'm hearing Rachel 100, yes, so different, Rebecca Taplin, Uta Gerber, big transformations on the Facebook page. And yes, Dr. Love, Joy, Love, Freedom, raising my hand. Yeah, raise your hand if you've been in deep transformation. So we'll be starting with breakthrough, and you'll be receiving the 3 master codes on breakthrough transformation for this new age we're going into. And then through NLP and energy work, you'll be experiencing the quantum timeline origin releasing, where you release negative emotions at the root. And so in your conscious mind, but through the subconscious and the quantum field, because 99.6% of your reality is your subconscious mind. And what has been suppressed, that Pandora's box, even though we didn't know we're doing it. The body naturally wants to take things away from you that you're not ready to. And so when you go through a dark night of the soul or a dark journey of the soul, it's your consciousness showing you you're ready to upgrade. So what I thought was like, oh my gosh, this is too hard. Oh, I can't deal with anything. I can't live my life. I don't want to be here anymore. Was literally my body and my soul saying, hey, you're ready for an upgrade. And let's do that. Let's just get some help. Let's upgrade and let's put you into this next level of your mission, your purpose, and your way of being for this planet and for yourself, embodying who you truly are. And so December 5th is breakthrough. And then we're going to have a beautiful activation. Yeshua is coming in for us on December 5th with his golden pyramids, light codes activation, with this healing frequency of his golden pyramid. And so invite you to join us for Yeshua on December 5th. And then our next masterclass in the Luminous Activation Series is January 15th, and that is Flow. And flow is the new divine feminine operating system illumination for the next 2,000 years. How many of you have been pushing or forcing something and it's blowing up in your face, or it's just not working? Because that's the old system and it doesn't work. You can't make 10,000 phone calls now to make something happen or manhandle it, or matter affecting matter, as Dr. Joe Dispenza shares about. That's the old way, and it's harder and it doesn't last. And so this is about the new divine feminine operating system, and this is about embodiedness. This is about deepening into the body, into your flow through the key codes of the divine feminine flow. And we'll be working with Mary Magdalene in this beautiful master class and her rose codes embodied light codes activation. And this is for you, for magnetizing what you are calling in. She'll be sealing and dispensating codes and openings to step into who you truly are. And we'll be working with the nervous system and somatic embodiment in this lusciousness of flow. So who wants to flow a little more, have a little more joy, bliss, love, and pleasure in your life? Because this is what the new age and the new frequency within you is calling for. It's already within you. It's just, this is about uncovering the layers so you can step into that dynamic luminosity that you are, this effervescence, this wholeness of who you are. Yeah, and who is ready to flow into that eternal, never-ending wholeness that you are? And so this is flow, and this is January 15th, and that will be the codes of flow will be opening within you. And then we go into the final masterclass 3, which is February 12th, and that is activate. So we have breakthrough, flow, and activate, the 3 masterclasses. And activate is after we have broken through what no longer serves you, your old patterns, stories, and negative emotions, through energy, NLP, and sonic transformation and flowing with the new divine feminine operating system and illumination. Then we move into activation. This is your light codes. So your light codes, how many of you are new with me? And it's like, light codes, like, don't exactly know. Light codes are not DNA. Light codes are light particles, like you would see in the cosmos and the stars, are held within the space within your body. And your body is 99% space. And so this light codes are dormant. Everyone has dormant light codes. And as these light codes are dormant, as you get into high activated containers of light, like our open house today and our Luminous Masterclass and our community of light, you will then they start to turn on when they meet that frequency, like all the solar codes and all the M-class flares that are coming in carry sun codes and carry codes. And as you meet these, they're activating you. So you're being activated and the humanity is being activated no matter what. You don't need to go and sit in a circle or go to King's Pyramid, the King's Chamber in the Pyramid of Giza to get activated. The sun, Ra, God, Source, is activating you, and it is your birthright. And so with this, we are going to step into that illumination, and with the light codes that are activating within you, this is the light code activation is the future, because it is the fastest, quickest, most permanent way to activate a new way of being. And this is what we'll be doing on Activate on February 12th. And why we have a month in between of each is so you can integrate and you can live your life. You're a householder, you're a mother, you're a teacher, you are a doctor, a lawyer, student, healer, light worker, priestess. And by having life happen in between, it helps you integrate deeper. And we'll be having email prompts coming to you. And also you'll be getting a guided meditation on the quantum timeline origin releasing technology. So you'll get that so you can continue that work and that immersion. And this is just how we operate in the new golden age. Just stepping into the luminosity that you are, your wholeness, that radiance within you, that divine luminosity and illumination. That is who you truly are. And that is that luminous, that eternal source that never goes away, never leaves you, never is in separation. And this is what we will be uncovering as we go into these next level, next dimensions, next fields. And so if you have any questions, you can post them. My Instagram beloveds, how is everyone doing? You can raise your hand, put in some stars. Yeah, and so Luminous. So if you haven't signed up yet for Luminous, the Masterclass Activation Series, sign up in Instagram, and the free link is in the bio. It's all free. And in Facebook, it's above in the captions. And I'm going to show you a little bit about Luminous. So Luminous, activate your soul's destiny. And I'm a little off with the Facebook, so it's a little slower. So have you been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and even rocked to your core with all the changes and shifts happening? Are you ready to embody and step into who your soul is now calling you to be? Embody your luminous self. And Luminous Masterclass Activation Series is the Source Light Blueprint template to help you fully embody the new accelerated golden age energies activating right now. Enter the luminous temple, receive the divine light code activations from Source, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, and the highest beings of light. I'm so honored to have them join us. And here you can use your phone and capture the QR code, and this will take you right to the sign up page, and just type in your name and your email and join us December 5th, 15th, January 15th, and February 12th. This will be live streaming into our Light Priestess Temple Facebook community as well. We'll be on Zoom, and so you can ask questions and get coaching and get guidance. But then we're live streaming. So all the replays will be in our Facebook group. So they'll be there forever. And so you'll be able to have those replays. And because what I've learned and what I've seen is you don't get everything on the first go around. The second and third time you listen to something, you're hearing it with the activation. Everything I'm saying is activating and opening, and your mind can only take in a couple sentences, and then the rest just kind of just goes into the ethers. And so as you listen to more, as the time goes on, as through this 69 days that we'll be together, is that you will open into new ways of hearing and seeing what was shared and opening your light codes. Plus, we will have community. A sister has opened a channel in our community for the light activation of Luminous. And so join that channel. It's through, we've posted the event in the Light Priestess Temple Facebook community and in the events section. And there's a channel that's been open, so you can join the chat. And there's about 101 women in there as of last night. This beautiful sister Lynn said, "Can I open at this chat?" And I'm all of a sudden it went from 60 women or 50 women to like it's over 100 now. And it's just the most incredible thing. I love technology. And so that's what's opening now in the Facebook community. So join us there and open into this luminosity that we're going to be sharing together. I can't wait to join with you December 5th. And I'm just so honored. And that takes us to the tapestry and the foundation and the backdrop to all that you're going through, all the transformation, all the shifts, all the changes. How many of you, it's a little bit like, I'm worn out with all the shifts and changes. It's been next level. Yes, I agree, but that's why we need each other. It's like, just take a breath. Let's just, yes. This is what it is to be a light leader at this time, this is what we signed up for. You have this in you. This is the season for you stepping into who you truly are. The priestesses stepping out of the temple to share your gifts, your mastery, and your vision. Not losing your self-worth, not letting someone tell you like who you are supposed to be to them. That's what's happened to me over the last 16 months, going from leading a community and activating codes and traveling the world and climbing mountains and pyramids and temples and swimming into caves in Greece and all the things Spirit had me do, to not being able to show up for anyone, not even myself. And there's so many that walked away because I wasn't who they signed me up to be. But I had to go on my journey. It wasn't pretty. And it took me to places I'd never thought I could have ever come back from. But I invite you to also, when you're a leader and you are opening a new golden age, and we're going from carbon to crystalline to golden, there's going to be some transmutation, some difficult dark nights of the soul, possibly in that mix. But that your wholeness, your radiance, your luminosity, the gift that you are, never leaves. And that is what I found in myself in my dark journey. And that is what we will find together by walking arm in arm together in community. And so with Pluto going into Aquarius in the Western topical astrology, November 19th at 3:40 p.m. Pacific, we entered into the Aquarian age. Now the Aquarian age and Piscean buffer ends in 2025. So that's when Vedic and Western astrology will align, and Pluto will fully be in Aquarius in both ways of being in the astrology world. And so what does this mean for you? Like, Jennifer, what does this mean for me? And if you have any questions, please type them in the chat and in the comments. First, you need to know and look at where Aquarius is in your chart. Who has checked and looked at where Aquarius falls in your chart? For me, Aquarius is in my third house. So Pluto leaving Capricorn, which is system, structure, patriarchy, top-down organization, the past, inflexibility. And business. This is what for me, Pluto was in Capricorn for 20 years. Well, my clothing business, that whole way of being in that more dense world from what I did for 15 years in Los Angeles up till 2012 was 2013 actually, was Pluto blew that up. Pluto blows things up. Pluto will purge and eliminate and rejuvenate so it can rebirth. It'll show you the origin of the story so you aren't just accepting the status quo. Pluto is going to, if changes aren't made, it's going to change it for you. So my work world and my money world, everything changed 180 degrees. So now, okay, what's the next ride? The next 20 years is now moved to my third house, which is communication and sharing. So where is Aquarius in your chart? So I invite, if you don't have it like at the top of your mind, put that on the to-do list to check, because it's really important to see for the next 20 years of Pluto, these outer planets and smaller planets have a bigger pull on you. And in 2025, every outer planet will be in a new sign. So you're having new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. So Pluto going into Aquarius not only begins the Aquarian age, it's new beginnings. And so this is why Luminous is so powerful to be sharing now, is that you have to purge what no longer serves you to break through and flow and activate to your next level. And this is exactly the message of Pluto and Aquarius. So what it means to you is, if there is any Pandora's box in your life, like I was sharing, that was in mine, that lid is not going to stay on. Pluto will dredge up the muck to show you what needs to be rejuvenated and healed and looked at and purged. It is rebirth. It is the dark waters of Scorpio. And we're on the last day of Scorpio today as well. So I find it just so, there's never coincidences, but it's so in alignment that we'd be on the last day of Scorpio talking about luminous and talking about Pluto and going into Aquarius. Because you can't have luminosity and only be in the light. Beloveds that you know me the last 4 years, do I love going really high in light codes and activating your highest, highest, highest? I was working with a healer and she was moving me, and I was working through some densities and some things that were really troubling me. And she was like, I've gone up, because after the 44th dimension is the God dimension. She's like, I've gone up higher than any other client. I keep going and you're still there. You go up to all the dimensions, don't you? She's like, you're on the right path. It was just funny because she's this really kind of tough, call it like it is lady, healer in Australia. And she just cracked me up because I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm in the right path. But what was so funny is that I didn't know all those dimensions that high existed. I thought we would go up to, like, 30, 40 dimension. So that was a new awakening for me, and what I learned. And it was so powerful to just like be held by healers and be told things about myself that kind of like helps me understand things even more and helped me come to more of alignment with who I truly am and who I am on this planet in this wild, wild journey that we're on. And so that was a really funny story of a healing session where it just made me crack up, actually. So, but that is just kind of shows you where, when we learn things, when it comes in, when we least expect it. And so, as I like to go high, you know me, you have to equally go as deep. And so it's like feeling all the emotions, all the dark, all the light, and embracing it and accepting it. I was resisting it. I was like scared of it, fighting it, like angry at God. And until I stopped, until I surrendered, until I accepted, until I just fully gave over my life in a new way, could I move out of it, and by feeling it. And so this is Pluto. This is Pluto going into Aquarius. Who is feeling it too? Who's feeling this Pluto and Aquarius energy? Who is, like, raise your hand, please share if you have a question or you have a comment on this dynamic, beloved Pluto that will not leave things in formation. Information is things in formation. That Capricorn loves information, loves status quo, loves structure. Well, we're leaving that. And that's truth and freedom. And it's also, every time that Pluto has gone to Aquarius, it's every 240 something years, there has been a huge revolution. It's freedom. Aquarius is freedom. It's revolution. It's truth. The 21st century is 21, is the 21 is the numerology of truth and freedom. And so just feel into the truth and freedom that you are opening up with these new codes, these new ways of being in the Aquarian age that we're in, this new age that is opening. And yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, Dr. Love Freedom, not nonstop shifting. Oh, it's so, yeah. So, beloveds, with this Pluto and Aquarius changing everything, society is also changing. There could be signs of revolution, but what this new Pisces, Pluto in Aquarius is it's not so much war and revolution on the outside, it is inside transformation. And so we don't need to have wars like the last 240 years when they go back in the cycles. There were different wars and different changes happening because it was the outside extension where we needed to do things. We hadn't matured as a society or as a collective or as an individual. But this Pluto in Aquarius is now an inside job and your inner transformation and your inner work. And so this is what we will be opening together collectively. And so this is the backdrop to this next 20 years. And with and Saturn just went direct at the last new moon in November. So the Saturn is the disciplinarian, the rule maker. Saturn is truth being held. Sat and then earn is truth being held. And it is a taskmaster, Saturn. Like, you don't want to get married on Saturdays. You want to get married on Sundays or Fridays because Saturn is a taskmaster. And like in America, everyone gets married on Saturdays. Like, that's not the day. You don't need the disciplinarian energy on your marriage. So Venus is Fridays and Sunday is the Sunday. So I would just recommend that, just in a side note. But with that energy of Saturn going direct, it's now creating breakthrough and smoothing everything. So these celestial transformations and alignments are signing you up and supporting you for transformation and for this next level going into your highest light codes and this luminosity that your life is as you keep making extraordinary choices of bliss and love and joy and higher frequencies. Your life becomes extraordinary. It has no choice because what you focus on, you get. So as you step into and as you create who you truly are, which is light and wholeness and radiance and fractal, pure God essence, your life just starts to magnetize and flow. And so this is what this next 2000 years is. And that's why we will be stepping into those divine flow codes of how do you harness, how do I magnetize, how do I bring in what I want without that needing that action. There is divine action that does happen. You do maybe need to send an email or write a contract, but it's not what creates it. 99.9% of what comes into your life is through your mind and through your heart activating, through your desire, through your magnetizing your divine feminine seat, which is your heart, and your pineal is your divine masculine seat, which is your electric thought forms. And through the magnetic and electric, they go out and they make the reality that is your life. Your subconscious goes out and affects the plasma around you, which is this clear energy around me, between me and you. And so this is these technologies that you are activating in your life, but we're going to be taking that to the next level into this Luminous. So I invite you to join us for Luminous, the Masterclass Activation Series, and step into who you truly are, embody your soul's destiny, and activate your luminous self. And I'm so excited to be with you because I know what it took for you to be here and show up live. I know what it took for you to remember again. I know what it took for you to say yes to coming back and living on this earth. I know what it took for you to show up. And I know what it took for you to share your soul gifts and to say yes to them in a bigger way than you've ever said yes to your God-given gifts before. Because you are who you've been waiting for. You are the next level opening on this planet. And I am so honored and I'm so excited to get to walk with you at Luminous. As I sit here in San Diego and I'm just, it's like I've come back. Like I grew up here. I've come 360 through all of what I've been doing and what I've been called and all the businesses and all the sacred journeys. And I invite you to come back to who you truly are and join us in Luminous. And I am your biggest cheerleader and your biggest fan. And I can't wait to connect with you deeper as we go and we walk through 2024 and open up the codes of 2025 into who you truly are. And so join with us and walk with us and step into your highest mastery and who your soul is now calling you to be. Where you're looking back at this date, November 21st, 2025, and your life is unrecognizable for the luminosity that you are living. And so I send you so much love, beloveds, and I'm so excited. If you haven't signed up for Luminous, the Masterclass Activation, there is a QR code right on the left corner of our Facebook feed. And if you're Instagram, just go to our free link in the bio. And I will see you, beloveds, in Luminous. And thank you so much. I am so excited. And so, beloveds, I say goodbye and I send you so much love. Much love, much love, much love. Mwah.